Hello, my darling. It's Luna here again. Today, we are diving into a truth we've carried for far too long, the weight of the world that rests on our shoulders. Take a deep breath. Can you feel it? That invisible burden pressing down on you, the one you've carried for so long that it's become a part of who you are. Sometimes I wonder if the world knows how much you've held together. Let's go back for a moment. Back to the first time you realized that your shoulders weren't just for your own. Maybe it was when you were told to set a good example, even when your heart was aching to make a mistake. Maybe it was when you became the second mother in your family, raising siblings who looked at you with eyes full of trust and dependency. Or maybe it was when life's chaos arrived at your door and everyone turned to you, expecting you to be the calm in the storm. Do you remember what that felt like? That moment when you stopped being a child and became someone else's anchor? The weight of responsibility is heavy, but for firstborn daughters, it doesn't feel optional. It's not something we choose, it's something handed to us, piece by piece, moment by moment. And with every piece came a silent message. You have to be strong. You have to hold it together. You have to carry this because if you don't, who will? And so we carried it. The late nights comforting others while no one comforted us. The endless cycle of fixing, solving, and sacrificing. The unspoken expectation that we would always figure it out, even when we didn't know how to. But let me ask you this. What happens to the girl who carries the world when no one carries her? That girl becomes tired. Not just the kind of tired that sleep can fix, but soul tired. The kind of tired that sits in your bones and whispers, when will it be my turn? But we don't say that out loud, do we? No, because we've been taught that asking for help is weakness, that setting down the weight, even for a moment, means we have failed. And so we smile through the exhaustion, we laugh through the pain, and we keep going. And the world sees us and says, look at her, she's so strong. But what they don't see are the cracks in that strength. The nights we cry quietly into our pillows because we don't want anyone to hear. The moments we feel like we are drowning under the pressure but don't know how to ask for a lifeboat. Today, I want to say something to you that maybe no one has ever said before. It's okay to put the weight down. It's okay to say, this is too much for me right now. It's okay to ask for help, even when it feels unnatural. It's okay to admit that you're tired, because being strong doesn't mean carrying everything alone. It means knowing when to let go. Let me tell you something about the world you've been holding. It's not all yours to carry. The people you love, the responsibilities you've taken on, they're not yours alone. The world won't fall apart if you step back. And even if it stumbles for a moment, that's okay. You're not responsible for keeping everything together. But I know it's not easy to let go. After all, this weight has become a part of you. You've built an identity around being the strong one, the reliable one. Letting go feels like losing a piece of yourself. So start small. Start by asking yourself, what am I carrying right now that isn't mine? Maybe it's the guilt of not being enough. Maybe it's the expectation to always be perfect. Maybe it's someone else's pain that you've been trying to fix. Whatever it is, I want you to imagine setting it down, Not forever if that feels too hard, but just for now. Imagine how lighter you would feel without it. And then I want you to make a promise to yourself, a promise to honor your own needs, to rest when you're tired, and to let others carry their share of the weight. You're strong, my love, but you're not invisible, and you don't have to be. You're allowed to be tired. You're allowed to ask for help. You're allowed to let go of the things that no longer serve you, because you're more than what you carry. You're more than the weight of the world. I want you to say this with me. I release what is not mine to carry. I honor my limits, and I choose to make space for myself in the life I am building. Let's say that one more time. I release what is not mine to carry. I honor my limits, and I choose to make space for myself in the life I am building. My beautiful firstborn daughters, it's not your job to carry the world. It's your job to live, to love, to grow, and to heal. So put the weight down, even if just for a moment, and feel what it feels like to breathe again. I will see you tomorrow. Until then, I want you to remember this. You're enough, not because of what you carry, but because of who you are. Congratulations for coming up to day 3 of our 28-day healing journey. Sending you love and hugs. It's me, your big sister, Luna, the soul alchemist. I love you.